All right, here with Kristian Blummenfelt, and we're going to ask him some difficult questions, but we'll start with some easier questions. We've come up with a new nickname for you, the Norwegian Dragon, because you keep going at races. Is that fair?
Yeah, I thought we'd say something else like Pukey Blue or...
Oh, that's a good one too. No, I prefer the Dragon one.
Yeah, I prefer Dragon.
Okay, yeah. We won't talk too much about yesterday's race and how that went. Your coach wasn't here. Do you think that had any effect on this performance? Your confidence going into it, maybe your mindset going into it, maybe just being relaxed going into it?
Not really. I think it's more the decisions that I took during the race. Maybe I was going a little bit too aggressive on the bike and tried to stay with Magnus in the beginning, and then didn't play my card right on the bike, and maybe that cost me too much before the run. I think the training has been done already.
One more question on yesterday's race. We just mentioned about you losing your lunch. Your position on the bike, if you compare to last year or the year before, far more aggressive, far lower in the front. Do you think that had some impact on how you were absorbing fluid and fuel, and it doesn't necessarily go down so easily?
Maybe it's less than 24 hours. No, it is 24 hours since I finished almost, and my thought, even out there on Queen Cam when I was running, I was reflecting about all the build-up and the training and the position and the key sessions we've done, and we will have to think a little bit more and reflect about what's been done and what's need to be done. But of course, it could have played an impact.
You were fixing things before you even finished the race. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had so much time out there. And when you're basically by yourself, lonely in NG Lab, and then you're having 15K to go, then it's enough time to think about everything from position to building of the sessions to everything.
The rest of the pros are looking at you and Gustav, the Norwegians, and looking for clues on what they can improve or change, or what technology or new innovation like your bike position they could adopt for next year. Did you see anything from the other pros that you might go, that's interesting, I should investigate that?
I saw Jan last year used aero tape on his calves, and I saw that both Magnus and Sam was having their own solution on that yesterday. So maybe trying out that. My plan was to put on the calf sleeves in transition, but when I started putting them on, I was, I guess, maybe a combination of too tired and full of jellyfish. I was burning on my body, and I was ripping through the calf sleeves, so I wasn't able to put them on, and then I was riding without. So maybe going around and checking the difference between if you find a tape or something and how well it's sticking on.
Your coach has said that he's going to do a pro cycling team next year. Do you think that'll affect you at all? Are you going to train with the pro cycling team? Is he going to be away from you guys more, or do you think he can do both?
I think he can do both. He is able to do a lot of workload and still be able to. He's able to tolerate a lot of hours of working, and he almost need a 300% position or working load in order to function. So I don't think that's going to be an issue.
And tell us about this Norwegian heat training method that we've been hearing about. What does this entail?
Well, yesterday I was cooked, so maybe I have to look at the German.
Back to the drawing board with that one.
Look at the German heat training protocol, because I was cooked out on the Ali heat drive. So,
but like you said, that might not have been the heat. That might have been overcooking the bike. Tactical.
It could be about cooking or first picking up on the bike, losing some liquid, and trying to go too early. But we've been using the core sensors for many years now in order to collect data and understanding how the heat and humidity is impacting the core temperature and the skin temperature. And yesterday didn't work, but we learn, and we will of course use this disappointing race to build forward and see what we can do to come back, because this is not how we want to race.
Excellent. Talking about going forward and next year, the triathlon calendar is ridiculously full now for pros. The Ironman Pro Series, T100 Series. Obviously, the season's getting longer and longer. Do you think this is a problem? Or we saw Patrick Lange do really well, focusing almost his entire season on this particular race. Next year, are you going to pare it back a bit, or are you going to try to do both? Do you think less is more, or do you think the powers that be need to bring it all to something a bit more coordinated?
I don't think I've raced too much this year. So Patrick, he did the full Ironman series, Pro Series, and as well Roth, even though he didn't finish. So, and Magnus as well, he's been racing both T100. So it seems like they've been able to balance it out, a lot of racing and still getting into training for this race. But I think it's just great that there is opportunities for athletes to both make a living out of it and earn prize money. And I'm excited to see what 2025 have to bring. But I think both me and Gustav will focus on the World Championship in Nice. We were there last year and felt the vibes and was quite, maybe not jealous, but it is a race we both want to perform in. And since he won it in 2019 and I came fourth in the 7.3, it's a really epic course, epic venue, and looking forward to target that one and then back to the big island the year after.
And 2024, are we drawing a line under it now? Are you going to 70.3 Worlds? Are you going to Dubai for the T100? Or is that it? Or you're going on holiday now?
Out on Queen K with 30k to go, I told myself, now we're counting down. This is the last 30k I'm going to run in a month or so. So now it's off season.
Fair enough. I think you've earned it. Fair enough. One more question about yesterday's race. There was Race Ranger, but they still kept it at 12 meters. Do you think they should be going to 20 meters here?
Not necessarily. I think it's like you're drafting on the swim, you're drafting on the run. So
you should be able to draft on the bike?
Or you're drafting 12 meters, it's a part of, you're getting some savings. It's you're maybe saving more. I'm staying in the pack. I'm probably saving more on the swim than the guys are saving by being further back. It depends on the wind conditions, and having the difference between 12 and 20 meters is just making it different in the way you have to race tactic-wise. So if you want to win a race where it's 12 meters, maybe you have to prioritize more the run. And if you want to perform over 20 meters, you have to practice more on the bike. So it's just a different course, different, yeah.
Just change your tactics for the draft zone rather than getting them to change the draft zone, is what you're saying?
Yeah, or I think 20 meters suits me well, because I'm normally strong enough to. I'm maybe not the strongest cyclist, but I can sort of stay in the pack if it's still 20 meters. The fact that there is different drafting distances for drafting, 12 or 20, means that also you have to change your approach to the race. And yesterday, Patrick did it really well tactic-wise, and you just have to say kudos to him for that. And then you have to look back what you can do differently. Either you have to ride stronger in order to increase the gap to him and still run off solid, or you have to maybe hold back more and stay in the pack and try to challenge his 2:37 run.
Well, thank you very much, Kristian. Enjoy your off-season. No more running for the next month, and then we'll see you next year.
Maybe a bit of running, but not much, and then we build up.
How many long zone 2 runs does that mean are on Strava in the next 30 days?
Let's see.
Thanks, Kristian.